apparently what we need right now. So let's get ourselves into some burden. Oh, gee. All right, so talking about burden. So the burden is actually the message. So what message are you sending out? What is your message? Is it light or is it... Okay, so I want to hear it. What burden do you want God to take from you? You might as well be aware of it. What do you want to get rid of that God can have from you? It's like, okay, well, that I've carried that long enough. It's about time to let go of that. Okay, I think we're almost there. Unless you have a burning desire, past and future. Yeah, that's a great idea. Sorrow. Oh, how about this? I'll write one more down. How about victimhood? Victimhood. Oh, yeah. All right, so this covers it for now. Thank you for your thoughts, and you can always send in more. Or take away their pain. Oh, that's a good one too. Desire to please others or take away their pain. Yeah, thank you for that. So we're moving on. Keep an eye on the time. Okay, so that was good. That always feels good to write it down. Huh? So now you see, like, all the things you write down. So there's a hesitation before you write things down. Of course, there's a say privacy idea that you think like, well, the things I share, nobody else needs to know, thinking that they don't have the same obstacles, so to speak, or the same things, or that there's anything to hide from. Like that is an important part in the undoing of this all, seeing that you cannot have secret or private thoughts. There's no such thing. It doesn't exist. So you can try to protect yourself, but the only one that has a problem with it is really you. And so the same with the things that we share, like, you know, all these things. So God doesn't know anything about this. He didn't create you that way. So it is like this whole bunch that you call your burden is literally, God doesn't know about it. He doesn't know about it. He cannot do anything with it. So that's pretty wild, isn't it? So I'm actually wanting to start it with one question, and this might sound a bit superficial in a certain sense after what we've been looking at so far. But one of the questions is this then. Let me see if I can find it quickly. Yeah, for instance, this one. One of your questions can be like, does it make a difference whether I go to work or not? This is also one of those. Like, I'm doing this job, but it doesn't make any sense. So does it make a difference whether I go or not? Does it make a difference whether I go or not? Does anything make a difference at all? Like, does it make a difference? And then it is like the things that are occurring is, well, in reality, like, just like I said, like, God doesn't know about any of these things that you carry about as your burden. The same as this, like my work. I don't like my work. I go there to make some money to pay my rent or whatever. Or maybe I really like my job and it pays my rent. But like, does it actually make sense to go there? does it make any difference if I go or not? And then there can be a question in your mind, like that happens. And then it is recognizing that in reality, it wouldn't make a difference whether you go to work or not. But for you, it does make a difference, because you have this option in your mind to go. Like if you completely believe that, like a completely can live, can demonstrate, can teach, can say have as a message light, and you're completely say in that, you're living that, then there would be no need. Then it will dissolve by itself. So what I mean to say is this, is like, as long as you think that there's a world out there that you can contribute to, that you have to do your part in, you will be doing it. Another way of saying that, like to make it even more concrete in that sense, or more practical, is then to you, it is an assignment for you. Like it is an option in your mind, and you value that because you value things in this world that lead to you going to work. So if you would step out of that, that does not take away the burden of that for you. So it's like you literally drag your own belief, in fact, with you. So you still believe that there's the same place, that the same working spot, where the things that you do don't make sense to you. But at the same time, you see it as a place where actually such thing takes place, and which allows you to do things and blah, 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 the whole story you built around it. So to you, it totally matters. So by not going to work, you would not take that away. So I had these ideas before too. For instance, like why would I lock my car in a busy city? Why would I lock my car? Because we're all one. There's just one of us. Like, who could possibly break into my car? And then it's like, well, you're fooling yourself, because you actually have a belief that somebody can take something away from you. You have still a belief system that functions on that level, and you are invested in it. That's why you still need to do that. You can have different experiences too, but you carry a burden of the burden of that you think it is a reality with you. So by not locking your car, you're fooling yourself, because still you think that there's a world out there with all kinds of happenings and all this. See, if you would not carry that burden, if your burden was light, and in the direct communication and joining with your brother, the whole world would disappear. You know, it's like literally it dissolves in our communication. Then it doesn't, nothing matters. Then nothing matters. So you see that the plan for salvation, as we know it, like your plan for salvation, is not your plan. It is the plan that is working you. So there's an undoing taking place in that, undoing of a thought system that you carried with you for a long time, and now that's being undone. So that is taken care of, like that is in process. It is working, but that's why you cannot skip a step either. Like it will not change by your doing. It will change by your realization. You suddenly see that the place that you worked dissolves in front of you. Literally, I had this experience like a couple of years ago. The place where I worked, I was literally sent home. They said, well, we don't know what to do with you. We don't know what work to give to you right now. So go home and you'll hear from us. And it took half a year before I heard something. So in the meantime, I could just continue with what I'm doing, like right here. And that literally dissolved, like in my dream, if you want. In my dream setup, it changed, shifted completely, and nothing was taken away, in a sense. Like nothing was taken away. So that goes naturally with your own realization as you move further. So that's why it's like you're in the right place. You don't have to force anything. Like just stay with your practice, and you'll see that things start to dissolve, that you don't have to do anymore. And we need each other for that. It's like we need reminders. That's why we come to this meeting, or have a meditation in the morning, or do whatever we need to do. It's like you want to be, you want to come to your true essence, to deep within you, to connect with what is real, and allow that to completely take you over. Allow your brother to be your savior. Not having any defenses against any of that. So it's like, but also like the recognition of your love for God, and the extent of your thinking into this universe. Like, what am I thinking? What am I, literally, what is my message? Is my message light and love and extension? I will get totally different reflections than when I try to, say, set up a place, or project my anger outside of myself, thinking that I'm free of it when I push it away. So these recognitions, like, what is my message? My joke is easy when my message is light. Then it's light, then it's lovely, then it's my, say, my happy dream. Like, I'm become a happy learner, as we said the other day. So all this connects together in that sense. The light that joins you shines throughout the universe. That's such a great line to keep with you. It's like the light that joins you shines throughout the universe. That is the light, that the communication that's between you and your brother. It shines throughout the universe. Joy is unlimited because each shining thought of love extends its being and creates more of itself. And where is this taking place? This is taking place in you. Joy is unlimited because each shining thought of love extends its being and creates more of itself. And so some of us have definitely a fresh experience of that. Like when we came together in Sours, like, doesn't depend on a place, but more on the state of being. Like, you see that when you are becoming open and receptive, and you feel the light and joy that passes understanding, also passes your normal function as a human being, like that's out of the door. So in that, you see that some of these like whole ideas just come to you and start to literally shine light literally throughout the universe. Like, that is so great about this. So it is not by repeating these thoughts or thinking that the thought itself is it, or the words are doing something. That's all magic in a sense. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about receiving the whole thoughts in your mind and extending them. That's a whole different thing. You know, that's a whole different thing. So that's why, say, affirmations don't work, because they don't work in the sense of you cannot use words to shine your light. That is more like you receiving that what is being, say, communicated. That's what you feel is what extends, but never these words. So this is the same with the whole ideas that come into your mind and start to radiate throughout the universe. When you, say, allow an elevation of your consciousness, then you become receptive for whole ideas. They literally pop in your mind. Suddenly it's like the whole universe is singing it. It's like that. The whole universe is singing it and extending it and making it even bigger. And expanding the idea. That is what is going on. So that's what is going on when you allow yourself to give up your burden, collapse into it, handing it over to Spirit. Allow yourself to be born again. Born again means no definitions of yourself, no terms on your brother, how he should behave in order to please you. It means like being completely open and receptive to whatever may show itself. Always a momentary activity. It's like it's happening right now. It's not happening tomorrow. It's like I'm allowing myself to die into this moment because I want to be in the frequency where I receive the whole thoughts that are around me, that are actually my true identity. So I think I got it. I think I got it all in there. Wow, that's amazing. So it was maybe too much, I don't know. So I'm happy that you were here to carry this with me and to accept this, or to allow yourself to be affected by it and be open to it, because it's so helpful to come into the place where this is not heavy, but where this is light and playful and innocent. And so like you literally discover you as a child of God, playing in the garden. That's the idea, playing and dancing, singing, laughing in the garden, instead of trying to crack the metaphysical nuts or something, I don't know. Anyway, so thank you for your attention. I love you, and yeah, see you soon. Thank you.